Welcome back to Angels and Bob's Factorio, and it's time to get this blue science on the way. We're down here in our oil area, and we need to make flash fuel, is it called? It's something like that, hang on. Chemical laser flash fuel. Naphtha, fuel oil, and steel plate. Well, we've got naphtha and fuel oil here, so we may as well make some steel plate locally and get it going. For that we're going to need this chemical plant. I think I've made a couple. I think they're chemical plants, but we'll see that shortly. Let's see what side the the inputs are on. They're actually the right side for a change. Cool. I don't have to rework everything. Okay, so can I just go straight? Let me just actually offset it by 1. So that we can go this way. Let me just make some more pipe. Yeah, that shouldn't pollute things. And now I can choose chemical flash fuel. We can just bring this into here, I guess, and feed it. I don't think there's anything else to do. There we go. It's making flash fuel. And are you items? You are items. So we can belt this back out somewhere, I guess, over here. Should we make it locally, though? What do we need for the other parts of this? So the flash fuel is part of this recipe. So for this, we need water, which we've got somewhere near here. We need femtolaser emitters and foci. However, they need basic electronic boards, iron and copper. So we have iron near here because we've got it for here, but we don't have copper, I don't think. No, copper's all the way over there. So we may well make those foci and emitters remotely and combine the two. Yeah, it doesn't really matter which way we go. So let's just grab you, and let's just output from this. There we go. And let me try and plan a route. I'm not going to do that on camera, and see if I can get somewhere where I can get basic electronic boards. Okay, so this line right here has some basic electronic boards. We've got some iron here, and we've got some copper here, so it seems like an okay place. Again, this is becoming a bit spaghetti-like, but it seems like an okay place to do this. Let's just grab some of the ground belt. And what we probably want to do is just grab only iron from this, I think. Yes, I don't want iron from this. Iron plate. Yeah, there we go. And I'm just going to combine these two. Like that. Half a belt each should be fine. And then we're going to build another splitter. And I'm going to have another belt here with basic electronic boards. And then we'll see what we can manufacture up here somewhere. We've got water up here. Do we need water for those? I think we did, didn't we? One of these things need water. It's the final construction. So it's better for us to get the chemical laser flash fuel up here, and we'll combine it with the water. The other recipe for the other side of things is electronic circuit boards and water again. So again, best for us to assemble things up here. Let's just grab this splitter, and we shall send it this way. And I guess it's up to us now where we put this. There's no real big difference from these. Let me just grab some of you. A couple of underground belts. Here's our water supply, so we can extend off this easily enough. Up here somewhere, maybe our labs are right here, so we can bring the blue science back down this way. So maybe around here. Let's just go backwards from the labs. So we're going to be coming this way eventually. Don't need to lay out the belt just yet, other than this one. I need more belt. I need to start getting road reports established, but I'm letting them build for a little time first. So let's just grab some more belts. It's around here somewhere. There you are. Okay, a couple hundred more belt. And let's route everything to our new sort of factory. We're going to need to send this stuff up there. So let's go through here. Maybe we can just cut out a few of these. That. And then we'll come through this way. There we go. Do the same thing here. And I think we're pretty much ready. Let's just get rid of you. Okay, so what do we need first? We needed the factory setup that will make... well, both of those can be done. So we may as well do that. This one just needs iron and copper. This one needs iron, copper, and this, but needs less of those. Okay, so we want the left-hand side of this to do the that left-hand recipe. So if I just put those there like that for temporary, and we tell it to make the basic electronic boards on this side, or the recipe needing basic electronic boards, and the one needing just copper and iron on the other side, it means I can just use these. And because this needs less iron and copper, I can get away with a long-handed inserter to grab its recipes. Let's put you up here. And we're going to need some more power cables. There we go. And one on this side as well, I guess. So we can now probably upgrade those to the fast inserters. I'm going to need a little bit more iron. Luckily we have iron right here. A couple of fast inserters, then we can just replace these. So these will make them as quickly as they can. It's likely we don't need much from the other side of it, so we just go with slower inserters for now. And we can do something like this just to share the belt. Excuse me, I've got hiccups. No. Okay, so we're definitely going to need to deal with that. These have the outputs. Okay, so yeah, it's the same outputs on both. What are they called again? Coppery waste byproduct. So I'm going to need a couple of filter inserters. In fact, we're going to need to make all filter inserters for this. Actually, let's just cancel those, because one thing they actually need, we have basic electronic boards. Let's just put a chest down so I can get rid of some of this junk. We don't need any of those. That should do for now. If I make a couple more of you, that'll be pretty quick. Yeah. So I want one thing going off this side. And maybe if we do something off the back side, then we can just grab some of the ground belt again. Do we want to go in that way? Probably the other way. Yeah, so then we'll just choose coppery waste byproduct and copy those, send it this way, and we'll have to reprocess that somehow. On the top side, we can just choose the actual materials that we want out of here, and the ones we have to accept, which are femtolaser emitters and foci. So let's just go for emitter first. Emitter and foci. There we go. So So that's working. Both of those will need to go into a factory of some kind here, which will then need the laser flash focus. So I'm going to go and find a way to get all of that from down there all the way up here. Once we come back, that will all be magically done, I hope. Okay, so they're gonna, well, they're on the way up. I'm not sure if they've got quite yet, but we'll start without them. So we're going to want the blue science, but we're going to want the laser array. Yeah, we're going to want that, which means we're going to want water as well as everything else. Probably want to bring in water from this side or something along those lines. Yeah, I can never remember. Can we get actual pipe in here? If I grab a couple of pipe to grounds, if I bring in pipe like that, I'm going to use up both sides of this. So I need to rotate this somewhere that I can get that out of, but still be able to, yeah, it depends how many of these I make. So let's just leave that alone for now. And let's assume we can get water from down here somewhere. Something like here. Oh, one short. Okay, assume we get water from that direction, and we need pipe as well. So let's just grab some of this. Let's remove you. Reconnect, and then we should be able to just pipe this in. There we go. So we've got water. That chemical laser flash fuel we're going to need. Let's just stop this line for now. And I'm going to need some power as well, so let's just bring power this way. Oh, is it still not making itself its way up here? I'm sure I connected it up. Where is it? Where's it gone? It's down here somewhere. Ah, there's one belt missing right there. Okay. And that should largely be done now. We just need to insert and extract. So we want an insert, and then whoops, we're going to need a long-handed again. And then to extract, we can just extract here onto a belt that goes, say, that way. We have a couple of underground belts. Oh, in fact, no, we've got to be a bit careful. We don't exactly want it like that just yet. That is the one of the components. That's this one, which we can now make. We need the other one as well, which is atomic sensor arrays, and we need to combine them using the blue science recipe, or the unilived atomic manipulator. I swear there's a Star Trek app out there that just creates names like that. Okay, so electronic circuit boards, iron plate, electromagnetic coils, and water. Let's just take a look at coil. Electromagnetic coil is just copper, I assume. Yeah, that's just copper. So that should be straightforward, apart from the electronic circuit boards. And we do have them over here for this. And they're going along this belt. And where have we got them going? Is that right? Am I missing something? That's coil. Why? Why are they extracting circuit boards? Did I do something wrong last episode? This extracts circuit boards onto this belt. Am I missing something? This belt is going all the way along here. And oh, okay, so that's fine. Yeah, they're one half of this belt, and they're going into this machine. Yeah, I wasn't going crazy. That's absolutely fine. But before it gets to here, one, I need to find out why that's not manufacturing. But second of all, we can just grab straight off this belt around, I don't know, let's say we get rid of you, get a splitter going, and then we set up a separate manufacturing. We're going to need iron copper again, aren't we? For this, iron, copper, water. I didn't leave enough space. It's okay, because we can do it about here, and then we can feed stuff onto it. So let me just grab an assembly machine for a second, and I'm just going to go long-handed. Yeah, and I'm just going to grab some iron and copper there. I think it may be the coil I want here, so... In fact, that's too far up. I'm going to need to move a little bit further down. There we go. So if I want a coil, I can grab it. And then if I want another one of those, I'm going to have to go and grab one from the manufacturing area. Yeah, there's 5 of them available. And if we grab you there, then put you on this. I'm just going to need the electronic circuit boards, and which shard could be coming along here. So if we grab it from that, we're going to want to bring it around here, aren't we? So go underneath this, split here, away we go, and that should be that sorted. We're going to want to insert there, and we need a source of water again. We're going to bring the water from this time. Well, that's right here, isn't it? So I guess we can just extend... bring it from through that way and then extend it via going through this. So if we put this in the way, like that, put a pipe in place. We get water, we get power, and we can feed from this into that with a bit more power. So now we only need iron and electronic circuit boards, so we can grab a long-handed to feed it iron from here, and circuit boards themselves, which should eventually pop in here, which means the output can go out of this direction, and then we can go underground like this. At which point we just need one manufacturing facility that will combine the two. So if I put you there, we can direct insert on both sides of that, I think. Why are you out of power? You should be in range. Oh, you're not quite in range. Okay, we'll be shortly. Alright, there we go. I think that's everything sorted. Let's just make sure we can output. And we need to figure out why our electronic circuits are not working. Which seems like the majority of the game, just because you're not designing everything balanced. So you have everything you need. No, you haven't got transistors. Oh, okay, the transistors are short. Okay, let's figure out where the transistors are made and see if we can diagnose this. It's got to be this belt, and that's going to go this way. Bet you was some kind of oil shortage. It's got to be something like that. So transistors are being made here. You're short of plastic. Do you see where I'm going with this? Yeah. And down here is the plastic. So plastic is short of molten plastic, which is short of propene. Okay, which is blocked by methane. Okay, that is also not being made by you. You are both fine. You're empty. Both of those are okay, so it's not here yet. Let me figure this out. It could be going along this chain a little bit more. Are we full on crude? Oh, we're full on crude oil, that's why. Yeah, we need some way of getting rid of crude oil, because this is going to hold up. We've got sulfuric waste water for sure, but the start of this whole process is this, the raw gas. We can't get raw gas out of here while crude oil is in there. Yeah, don't do this, but it seems like such a nice solution. It's so fine. There's no problem. Have you started up now? Are you processing? You are processing, which means we should be getting in here. We are filling. That is going to fill up this soon, I would hope. Does it need to get to 100? Yeah, it does. That's going to process out. Still one this way, one that way. Which is going to start you up. It's a long chain. This whole oil chain is just... wow. So that should start producing plastic again, which is why we're short of transistors. And then we should start getting that electronic circuit boards, the third version of those that we're going to make. And we should get at least some plastic and some transistors through, which means we should get some circuit boards and get that this blue science going. So once they arrive, and they should arrive along here, we're going to need to say we want blue science from you. Yeah, it's filling already from one side, and then finally we can actually go this way. And just go underground. Need iron plate. Never enough iron. There we go. Same thing here. And I guess we're going to need more iron plate, maybe. Oh, no, maybe not. Maybe not. Do we have enough? Yeah. We are, however, going to need long-hand inserters. Because they're going to need to pull this direction and this direction. And that should be everything. Once we, once all of our chain of various ingredients starts up again. So I think that's blue science done. And pretty much all this crude oil jammed up because I forgot to add this belt here to take out the this sort of byproduct. So if we just actually put an underground belt in, and we've got this byproduct going here. I've got a warehouse that we can put it in for now. Something like that. And then let's just actually connect this with power. There it is. In fact, we can probably just replace those now with just two of the faster ones or one of the faster ones. Oil residuals. In fact, what can we do with oil residuals? Oil residuals. Right click. We can turn it back into residual gas. Once we have oil steam cracking 2, and that's the only thing we can do with it. So oil steam cracking 2. Let's just take a look. Oil steam cracking 1. Oil steam cracking 2. Okay. So that needs blue science. But oil steam cracking 1, we can get away with green science. Electric boiler. That sounds cool. Sounds very cool, in fact. Yeah, we can't make it yet because we're going to need oil steam cracking 1. So I think that's probably my next thing after I complete loaders. And this will probably fill up quite fast. But it should mean that we start using the crude oil, or at least until these buffers fill up. This one... and this one and this one. These are both being used, so if we get constant amount of steel, I might have iron again, but these are going to need, hope we get to electric furnaces soon. Those are going to need coal. Thankfully we've got plenty of it here. I just don't want to feed them automatically just yet. But we should be building plenty of that flash fuel without much of an issue. Let's just refill these. There we go. So yeah, these two are being used. This one is also being used, the green. That's going into lubricant. And the lubricant is also taking residual gas. So once we have oil steam cracking 2, we can take them back out of this warehouse, perhaps here, go along here, turn it into residual gas, back into this process here. And then we'll get lubricant, of course. Now, how much lubricant we actually need in vanilla Factorio, you didn't really need a lot. But we're using it all the way up here. long way up here. Through here, through there. And finally, it comes in here for the engines, which are sort of useful. We need that for our robots. So as long as we keep producing robots, which we're intending to do, we should keep everything flowing, and we should get more plastics through, which should mean we get more transistors through, which means we get more circuits. Hope that's clear. Probably not. But anyway, we've got that going for this episode. So this is around 20 odd minutes. Before I start another topic, I'm going to wait till the next episode, I think. For this one, Blue Science on its own should be just fine. We're free to open up a lot more of the research. Have we got any more research packs yet? We don't. So we have to research the next tier up to get to that. But that's okay. We can do that in a follow-up episode. The one we're really aiming for, of course, is the other chests. This one, which needed the Blue Science. So now that's done. That's the only remaining obstacle, to be honest. So we need lots and lots and lots of Blue Science packs. So yeah, that means lots of those circuits. So I'll keep those going, and next episode we'll hopefully get a logistics network up and off the ground. Thanks for watching. Feel free to give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.